the last two sessions that we did yesterday and day before yesterday, what insights did you get? What opened up for you? Anything you'd like to share with the rest of us? What impact did the last two sessions have on you?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yesterday, I just went through the recording of questions.
Can you
Asking the
speak
right
louder,
questions.
please?
Yesterday, I went through
Yeah.
the recording of that questions which you said, empowering questions.
Okay.
So when I went through the situation and asked the question that what can I learn from this? How can this be responsible for my growth? This situation, how can this situation be responsible for taking me a step ahead in life? So thoughts started coming. There were so many positive thoughts. There was so much empowerment because of that. Then thought clicked where a question came: how am I lucky to have this situation? So I was astonished to see that the same situation started giving me pleasure rather than pain. So it convinced me that really your questions are very important for your success. So it
Okay,
gave me
great.
this perspective. Wonderful it was. Thank
Yeah,
you.
congratulations on actually, using the tools that we are giving you here. Thank you so much. And thanks for sharing. Yes, Reddy Garu.
Sir, good morning.
Morning.
Sir, the power of resistance I use for the last 2 days, sir, which immensely helped me to come out of my comfort zone.
Okay. How did it help you?
I just give you an example. Yesterday there was a program conducted by Government of Telangana. I was invited as a guest of honor. I was resisting a lot whether I can speak properly or not. But I think I'm successful because I have never resisted. I spoke from my heart.
Congratulations. Congratulations. And thank you very much for sharing. Okay, who else? How have you used the learnings of the last 2 days and how has it benefited you? Yes, Tanmay?
So last couple of days we've been talking about resistance and asking the right questions, and both these topics have really helped me in terms of first thing which helped me was uh, I was resisting a lot of things. I was self-rejecting instead of let's say I have to talk to a client, I would just say no, he's not going to give the because now it's March end. Even before I call him, I would say, I would tell myself, what's the point? They will not make the payment, or he's not going to be available. But I found, knowing that I'm resisting that, I started looking at it more positively and went ahead with my attempts in any case. That has helped. And reframing the questions, yesterday you mentioned questions like focus on what you desire and not on what you fear. Now just reframing or changing the focus is changing the situation or my approach to the situation. It does not go into negative, like you exactly mentioned the situation where I feel sometimes, why is it happening to me, or why does this situation always repeat, or and when you look at it differently, which is what I started doing, what can I learn from this situation? How is this making me stronger? Whether it may or may not work out, it just instills positivity, and that way it definitely will work out.
Great. Thank you very much for sharing that. Okay, who else? Okay, so the ones who did not speak, I want to ask you one more question. And my question is, why am I asking you this question, do you think? Mariga Saab, Vanita, Hasina, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Hasina, you want to say something?
I'm just thinking.
Okay, you
Day before
unmute
yesterday,
yourself after you start thinking. Why do you think I'm asking you this question this morning?
no, I wanted to tell you that day before yesterday, I listened to you so attentively, and I have not still got the courage to face the person in a positive way yet. But I am going to attempt. I am
Yeah.
afraid of the whole situation.
Okay. Who? What are you exactly afraid of? What are you saying to yourself? That's what you're afraid of, right?
Yeah, that the person will misunderstand me.
That's true. But you are more afraid of what you are afraid because of what you're saying to yourself. है ना, Hasina ji?
Yes,
You are
yes.
saying, "Yeah, I do not know what." Yeah. So what can you say to yourself that would allow you to talk to that person? I mean, that person is not a ogre, is not a devil or a bhoot or anything, right? Just an ordinary person who lives in your house.
But little more powerful than me.
See, this is another statement that you are giving to yourself that is disempowering you, isn't it? More powerful
Yes.
than me. See, so what I want you to start observing, and it's very good observation for others as well. What are you saying to yourself? So yesterday's session, we said, what question can you ask yourself? Right? At this moment, you are in fear, right?
Yeah.
So what question can you ask yourself? What is it that you desire?
No, I now think that once I break open this conversation, I will be free of what fear is there in me.
Yeah, but are you listening to what I'm saying? I'm saying, what question can you ask yourself about what do you desire? I mean, why do you want to speak to her?
To have good relationship,
Yeah, so what can I do or say that would allow me to have a great relationship with that person?
so that
That
is
is
what
the
I have.
question you should ask yourself.
Yeah, okay, but that's what I'm been trying to ask myself, but I'm not getting the answer.
But you're not asking, no? Your fear is the one which is dominating you more.
Yes, right.
So instead of keeping on repeating that fearful sentence to yourself, how about saying, "Hey, hello, what kind of a conversation should I have with so and so that would allow us to have an even better relationship than we have?" And then
But
see how you will operate.
I'm not having that courage.
I know, but ask the question to yourself, na? Do you need courage for that also?
No.
So then
No. Okay.
ask yourself that question. You are
Okay.
focusing on your fear. Why don't you focus on what will become possible if you talk to her?
Okay. Okay. I
है ना?
will.
Then your fear will go.
Okay.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Last 2 days, whatever we did, what have you done with it? What has opened up as possibilities? And if you didn't do it also, it's fine. You can raise your hand and say, "Listen, sir, I completely forgot," Like when we go to Pravachan, we like it very much that time. And when we go out, everything goes out of the window. Might have happened. It's better if it doesn't happen, isn't it? Now, ask yourself. So Deepak's asking a question. Why am I not responding to it? Those who did not respond, ask yourself, why am I not responding to this question? And see what answer comes out. So that's not a very difficult question to answer, is it? Like, so Deepak is asking me a question, and why am I not responding to it? When you ask that question to yourself, what answer comes to you? Yes, Sanita ji, go ahead.
Uh, So I feel that I have still not pinpointed the resistances that I'm trying to overcome.
So it's time to watch that video, I think, for you again.
Yes, I watched the video again, but still I'm not able. Probably there are too many resistances, so I'm not able to pinpoint exactly on those. So I will try my best.
Hmm. Okay, so I'm going to do a very short exercise with you just now. And in this exercise, you have to keep saying something along with me. Is that okay? Are you actually going to do that? Okay, you have to actually keep saying it and keep saying it as long as I'm saying it. And let's see what you experience at the end of it. Okay? So start. Who does this belong to? Say it. Who does this belong to? Again, keep saying it. Who does this belong to? 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 Who does it belong to? Who does this belong to? Keep saying it. Who does this belong to? 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 And who does this belong to? 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 Who does it belong to? Who does this 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 belong to? Who does it belong to? Who does it belong to? So when you're doing the exercise, you should not get up and go away. Huh? Who does this belong to? Who does this belong to? Who does this belong to? Who are you saying it, or are you stopped saying it? Who does it belong to? 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 Now, tell me, how do you feel in your body? Having made this statement number of times, how do you feel?
Empty.
What's that?
Empty.
Empty. Do you feel relieved? Like
Yes.
that kind of empty? How do you feel, Hasina ji? Right. What about the others? How do you feel?
I'm feeling a little relief.
You're feeling relieved, right?
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Who else? Reddy Garu, how do you feel?
Sir, I'm feeling relaxed.
You're feeling relaxed, right?
Yes, sir.
What about others? How are you feeling, Baliga?
Little relaxed, but not completely.
So keep saying that statement to yourself. Who does it belong to? Who does it belong to? What about you, Gautam? Anita, yeah.
So I'm feeling much lighter and as if the problems are vanishing.
Yeah, very interesting statement, right? This is one of the things where you learn when you come and do the Access Bars program. So you should say thank you for giving it to me free, sir. Do you trust yourself? So, do you really trust yourself? So, how would you know that you trust yourself, by the way? Saying that I trust myself is very easy, no? Yes, Tanmay.
So I trust myself when my actions are consistent with what I have planned to do, or my thoughts and actions match.
Okay, can you elaborate a little bit on that?
So let's say I've decided to go on a diet and follow a strict regimen, and if I do that consistently, then I trust myself. But if there's a temptation and I give in, and then I'm not able to stick to any plan, then I stop trusting myself. I know ki I would not be doing what I'm
Ah.
committing.
Okay, so you're answering the question is how do I increase my trust in myself? Now that's not, so that's a good point that if you do what you say and if you stick to your commitments, you will trust yourself.
Yes, sir.
My question is slightly different. Do you trust yourself? If you look at yourself today, all of you, do you trust yourself? And if so, how do you know that you trust yourself? So you can respond a little after Narayanan finishes. Yes, Narayanan. Maliga.
I don't think so, sir. There is resistance is always there in mind, so it doesn't allow us to trust ourselves. Maybe that's what I felt.
Yeah, how do you know that you don't trust yourself?
No clear answer for that. No clear answer for that.
No, think no. The answer is to make, question is to make you start thinking. You are saying, I'm not sure if I trust myself or not. Right? If you were trusting yourself, what would be visible in your life?
We would have made a lot of opportunities would have got opened and we would have made attempt. Whether it is failure or success, we would have made an attempt in life.
Yeah. So one of the reasons maybe that people don't attempt is they don't trust themselves to be able to do it. That's a very good point you came out with. Thank you so much, Baliga. Yes, Rekha ji.
Sir, if we don't trust ourselves, it is because we fear and worry. This shows that we are not trusting.
Yeah. So the symptoms are fear and worry, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So ask the question, why are you having fear and worry? Definitely
so
indicates that you don't trust yourself, but
lack of courage also maybe.
that also is another fallout of not trusting myself,
Yes.
right?
Hmm.
Okay, good. So at least now we know when you're in this negative emotional state, it usually means you don't trust yourself. If you're afraid of uncertainty, do you trust yourself?
No.
Right. Yes, Vaidyanathan.
Sir, for me, I know that I trust myself when there is a particular situation or anything that comes up, and my inner voice or the conscious tells that this is right, and I can confidently go ahead. So that is when I know that I trust myself.
So you're
That
saying
first reaction that comes immediately on anything, sir. Like even for listening to you, and the first feeling that comes is usually the true feeling, is what I believe, and that is when the point where I trust myself and I know that there is no resistance coming from my inner self.
so what you're saying is it's situational. Sometimes I trust myself and sometimes I don't.
Yes, sir. But over the period of time, what I believe is the reactions which keep coming when you consciously practice that whether this thing is right or wrong. So at that point of time, the most of the time you tend to trust yourself. And with respect to that exercise which you had told for this questions, when resistance comes, what I did was I immediately asserted myself. The first negative feeling which came in, I did an assertion so that a positive thing came in and I just started the work. For how long I went ahead with the work was immaterial. It was like some progress is better than no progress. So I was able to go on for like 15 minutes or 20 minutes with whatever project I had on hand, which I was like procrastinating.
Great. Thank you and congratulations to you. Yes, Reddy Garu.
So even though I'm successful in my business all these years, still I don't trust myself and going ahead with the new project. That's one thing, sir, going on within me.
Yeah. So when you don't trust yourself, then you are reluctant to do new things.
Yes,
and
sir.
there's a lot of fear and anxiety, etc. Okay, very good. Thank you very
This
much.
is a thoughtful idea of
Say, what were you saying again? Somebody was saying it is a thoughtful idea. Who was that?
Me, sir.
Yeah, can you complete the sentence then? Correct?
We should have done it before. That's what I felt. Ki we should have trusted ourselves and made a movement of action plans on our side. We should have given results. Where we didn't trust it, then that must have started giving the resistance for us to move ahead in life.
Yeah, good. We should have done it. You know what? We were born with absolute trust. Do you know that? When we were very small, we were completely trusting ourselves. That's why we would do anything without fear, without any inhibition. But as we went along, instead of building on that, we started doing things where we started losing the trust in ourselves. We stopped believing in ourselves. Right? So the real question to ask is, what is it that I can do from now on that will make me start trusting myself more? Now I'll refer back to what Tanmay said in the beginning. Every time I do what I say, right? Every time I stick to my plan and I do what I say, I trust myself more. Every time I say something and I don't do it, then I lose trust in myself. My own belief goes down, my self-esteem goes down. So what is the source of your power, really, do you think? See, if you don't trust yourself, will you be powerful? So you will be powerful if you trust yourself. And you will trust yourself if you keep your commitments. Okay? So here's a little exercise for you to do. You can do it now. We've got time. What are the areas in your life where you are not keeping your commitments? You are not doing what you say. Commitment is not only when you tell to somebody, you know. Commitment is also that when you say in your mind कि आज मैं अपनी maid की बकवास नहीं सुनने वाली हूँ, and you do it. That's also a word that you keep. When you say that I am not going to lie to my boss and you don't lie to your boss, that's keeping a commitment. I will not live my life like a chuha, I will live like a sher. You say I will live like a sher, but you live like a chuha, then will you trust yourself? So what are the areas in my life that I am not keeping my commitments? And what can I do to keep those commitments that I make? And those who are with us in the EMC for a long time, they know this formula very well. Capital P is equal to small p minus I. What is capital P? Performance or power. What is small p? Potential. What is potential? Your inherent potential that you have, right? Your knowledge, skills, experience, abilities to find out what you don't know, all that you have. So what is stopping you is the I part of it, the inhibitors, the interferers. So one of the biggest interferers is that we stop trusting ourselves. And why do we stop trusting ourselves? Because we say many things, but we don't do them. We say many things, but we don't do them. So if you realize this now, what is the action point that comes to your brain just now? I'd like to hear it from you. Yes, Rekha?
Just start doing it.
Start doing what you say.
Yeah.
Or don't say it.
Yes. Or
Not
don't
even
say
to
it.
yourself. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, most of the
This
stuff we are
seems
saying is in our own head only. We are the only listener.
This seems to be more easier. Just don't say it.
At least, you know, if you're not going to do it, don't say it.
Mm.
But
But
if you
then,
say
sir,
it,
But then, sir, for example, if we say that I am going to exercise daily, and when we start it and there is some resistance, say pain in the body, it makes us not do it.
Then the right thing is that having said something, how do I make sure that I do it? So what are the tools that I require to deal with all the situations which are trying to stop me from doing what I am saying?
Exactly.
So that's what the EMC does every morning. It helps you people with the tools that you need so that you can do what you say, achieve your goals. That's what this is all about, right?
Mm.
In fact, in the YouTube channel of mine, there's a library of more than 1,000 videos. Every one of them is for this only, in different ways. So what action point comes into your mind? Right? If I want to be a powerful person, what should I start doing from now on? So Rekha already said, what about others? Thanks, Rekha, for sharing. Yes, Tanmay.
I would be more conscious of what I'm telling myself, and stick to it. Make commitment to myself if I'm saying something.
Yeah. Or if you say something and you realize you're not going to do it, you can say cancel, cancel, cancel. So you have erased it in your brain.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'm going to start here now. Thank you for being there. And